it's really nice, especially when you want to make long season arc plans and do big cliffhangers. And we know we're going to do a really big cliffhanger at the end of 3B, and leave people wondering who's still alive and who's coming back. So it's fun to be able to plan ahead, and to know that the network has that much confidence in the show as well. Usually they wait till the end of the season that's airing to give you another season, so they want more Teen Wolf.
How far after the events of the finale of 3A does 3B pick up?
Just a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a Halloween episode coming up, so it's actually, we do pretty compressed storylines, so things move very quickly in Beacon Hills.
One of the scenes that we saw at the panel was the scene of Styles in the classroom, everybody doing sign language. You alluded in the panel to that you're trying to do more of a psychological one. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, one of the things is doing the amount of action that we usually do on this kind of show is very difficult, and we want to put our all into our action scenes. In a movie like The Avengers, or even in low-budget action movies, they get to spend a week or 2 weeks shooting an action scene that we usually have only 2 days or even 1 day to shoot. So it's really difficult. And it often surprises the hell out of me what people are able to do in TV with such a limited amount of shooting. So what we wanted to do was be able to maintain our budget while giving better bang for the buck. And what we thought was, well, what if we did this season as more of a psychological thriller? And we pull back a little bit on the action and go for more scares and go for more psychology of the characters. I think in a season like this, you're allowed to stretch a little, and you'll see the first 2 episodes actually it's a 2-part episode. It's very much a continuing story. Episodes 313 and 314 tell its own story, and I think people will be interested to see how these characters have grown. So we're taking our time a little more, and we're getting into their heads.
So now you get this opportunity to do the psychological portion. What are some of the influences that made you write this scene that way? Do you have any?
Well, we actually we usually start with a theme for the whole season, a kind of foundation by which we can guide the entire season. And we sort of went to Jungian philosophy and the ideas of the shadow, and how each character deals with the shadow side of themselves, and how each character has a darker side to themselves. Even the characters who might not think so are heroes. So we're going to get to see darker sides of everyone.
Any thoughts in terms of the theme of season 4? I know it's been really recent that it was picked up.
Yeah, not yet. We have ideas for new characters and new plot revelations in season 4, but we're not there yet with plotting it out.
Understand.
Is the after show going to help develop those new characters? And
I think the after show is really actually going to be about a recap and talking about the episode you just saw. Have you seen Talking About or
yeah,
Talking
Dead?
Yeah.
We frequent. So.
Yeah. So I actually really like stuff like that. I love getting on like iTunes the extra stuff where they talk about the characters and what the episode has been about. I personally love behind-the-scenes stuff myself as a viewer, and I'm a big Walking Dead fan myself, and Breaking Bad fan. So we're going to delve into opinions and ideas and theories about mythology, I'm sure. So it's all to be determined, really, too. So.
Also, have you started thinking about characters or storylines that you want to spin off?
There's always, when you get into a 3rd or 4th season of a show, you definitely start talking about spin-offs. I mean, Joe Janier, my producer, and I have thought of, one of our fantasy ideas was to take the new character of Kira, who is part of the Kitsune myth, and spin her off into her own show. There's so much great mythology to be had with the Japanese myth of the Kitsune, and I mean, there are 13 different kinds of Kitsune. There's the dark Kitsune, which is called the Nogitsune. There's Japanese demons. There's so much to be had, and the Kitsune is known for so many different sort of abilities. So that would be something interesting, but everything really has to do with time and resources. So that's really up to the network.
you always been interested in this sort of supernatural? I mean, you seem very knowledgeable about all types. Where did this start?
Well, I always say research is the best form of procrastination for a writer. So, but I started as a huge comic book fan and thriller and horror reader, science fiction. I'm a big movie fan. I was like Quentin Tarantino. I worked in a video store during my teenage years and rented every single thing I could get my hands on, and then started watching Hitchcock movies. And I said, this is what I want to do. I want to be involved in this somehow. But I was coming to Comic-Cons back when the movies were just starting to feel their way in to see it as a publicity thing. That was back before even TV was doing stuff. And I actually, for a long time, I wanted to be in comic books. So it all has to do with childhood, I guess.
At the end of 3A, Allison and her father decided to change their name. Are we going to see that kind of impact?
Yes, it has ramifications, and it has 2 new characters who we bring into the show, who hopefully become bigger characters. It's a certain section of the hunters who don't necessarily agree with that redefinition. So it's always fun to see the different sides of these communities, and it makes the world bigger, you know. And these characters are from, well, I won't say where they're from, but let's just say there's a certain Latin influence. Latin influence. Yeah.
You said there's going to be a Halloween episode. Can you give us some insight?
It revolves around a blacklight party, and it becomes very dangerous for several of our characters. It happens in Derek's loft, actually. And there are certain reasons for that. So it's a little bit of we've made it a little bit of a bottle episode, but I got invited to a blacklight party a while ago, and I was like, we're going to do something with this, because this will probably be really cool on film. So I think it'll be an interesting episode. It's actually 2 episodes. First has to do with Mischief Night, which in my town we called it Hell Night. And then the next episode is Halloween, so it's 2 episodes back to back, the night before and the night of.
The adults a lot more into the storyline. I think now it's his father.
Yeah.
So, what is going to go on there? I mean, how are they going to
They get involved a lot more in the action this season, and it's partly a way for me to develop these kind of authority figures who have a different perspective on the supernatural occurrences happening in this town, and they're just great actors too, and I'd like to see these relationships evolve and see how these characters react to their new circumstances with their kids, and how much can they let their kids get involved in this stuff without worrying too much. How much can they be partners to them when they should be parents?
Is Leslie father going to get involved in this psychological?
Stiles' father?
Stiles' father.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, it's going to be a big. There's a big arc coming up for that, and big mystery too.
Are the viewers correct in being very suspicious of Scott's dad?
He doesn't have good intentions, I will say that.
Did a lot of, well, you kind of did a bit of having the kids and teens working together to figure out some mysteries. Are you going to do more with that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things we really like doing in this show is building a complex mystery that challenges the viewers. We don't like to make it too easy. So it's you're definitely going to see scenes where they're trying to figure things out, where they're working together, but we also want to raise the conflict as well within them. And not everyone is going to agree, and it's going to create a lot of tension between Scott, Stiles, Allison, and Isaac, especially when some people start getting hurt. So we like taking good guys and making them bad guys, and we like redeeming bad guys as well. So you'll see plenty of shifts of alliances.
I have one more question, guys.
Okay.
what about some romantic entanglements?
Absolutely, yeah. Especially with Styles, actually, you're going to see romance build for Styles as he grows. I think one of the characters that's becoming much more of an adult in this season is Styles. Actually, he's not just the funny sidekick anymore. He's going to have to do a lot of growing in this season. And you also see Scott delving into new romance. So yeah, and you'll see a tangled relationship with Isaac and Allison. So I think it'll be fun. It gets complicated for a lot of people.
Is Styles romantic?
It's a secret. You'll find out.